Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon or good evening depending on when and where you are watching this, and welcome back to the Knit Crochet Read Repeat podcast channel. My name is Kirby. I am coming to you from a thankfully much cooler Paisley, which is just a stone's throw away from Glasgow in Scotland. For the cooler comment, we had a heatwave last week and I was struggling. Anyway, I have decided to do a quick pre-Tour de Fleece video to talk about my plans. I had grand ideas that I was going to start and complete the spin for a garment. I want to make trying to remember the name of it, the Traveller hoodie by Andrea Mowry, but I want to do it as a hand spun. And I thought, let's just jump straight in. Let's do this. I want to say like a heavy DK worsted weight spin. It's going to be awesome. I had the fiber in mind. I was on the brink of ordering it over a week ago. And then I decided to be a somewhat responsible adult. Very foreign concept for me, but I decided, excuse me, still getting over that chest infection if you watched my last video. I decided to be a somewhat responsible adult and save the little money that I had before payday for emergencies, food, cat food, that sort of thing. Also, it was Scott's birthday and I was taking him out for lunch, so kind of have to have money for that. And then I thought about all the fiber I have. I don't have a lot of fiber compared to my yarn stash that I have, but I still have a good amount. And then I remembered last year I specifically purchased the World of Wool Advent Calendar for 2025. Unfortunately, I was unable to spin during December because I had a double thumb injury. I had, oh goodness, what's the name? It's basically tendinitis in your thumbs, but it's like a special name, and one of the words I can't even pronounce, so I don't know why I'm trying to think of what it was. I'm going to pause and cough and maybe take a drink because I'm still yucky. Okay, and we're back. So, I have this giant box full of individually packaged and wrapped fibers. This tiny little cutout of me. When you buy the box, you do get, oh, let's make sure that doesn't fall. You do kind of get like a spoiler alert booklet to talk you through what the fibers are, give you the breakdown of what they are as well. I am so sorry, I'm realizing when I move my foot the stand wobbles. So you do get the booklet. It gives you the name. I'm pretty sure it gives you the name. I don't mind looking at the spoiler for the first day. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say some of these. This is the name of the first one. Can anyone help me pronounce that? Like, could you break it down for me and help me? I want to say it's German. Yep, traditional German festival. So it gives you the name of the fiber and it gives you the breakdown of the fiber content, which is great. I think I cannot find on this booklet, bear in mind I have only given it the briefest of flick throughs, but I think it's about 50 grams of fiber you get. And Tour de Fleece technically runs for 23 days. It runs from the 4th of July to the 26th, inclusive. And there are 2 rest days on the 10th and the 17th. I don't normally stick by those rest days. I normally take them as and when I need to. And so I would be over the moon if I got half of these spun up, but I think that might be pushing it. I plan on spinning on my e-spinner. Sorry, I've got an oogie kind of finally curled up where I was on the sofa. Would this be a Knit Crochet Read Repeat podcast episode or video without the mention of my gorgeous, gorgeous cat? Anyway, I plan on spinning on my Argonaut e-spinner. That is the wheel I find most portable because I do have craft groups during this time, and I would like to take it so that gives me the time that day. And then I also find it the easiest to move around in the house. I do have the Ashford e-spinner and I have my Ashford Joy. So the e-spinner is chunkier and it's heavier. And then my Ashford Joy is my double treadle wheel that lives upstairs until it's brought back down. Now, my limitations on this Tour de Fleece, I think, are going to purely be my hands. I am just going back to work as of tomorrow. So I'm recording this on the 29th of June. It'll go up tomorrow, which is going to be the 30th. And I go back to work tomorrow after 9 weeks off. I had bilateral carpal tunnel decompression surgery and I have not spun since these surgeries. I do not know how my hands are going to hold up. So I think I might revise my half to a third. If I can get a third of those days spun up, that would be great. Because I really want to spin to a heavy DK worsted weight to get the gauge for the Traveller, that's going to be what I'm going to work up to. I am normally a very fine spinner. I am normally spinning to get a 4-ply, if not a heavy fingering. So I need to learn to spin thicker. I used to do it. I know I can. That's the thing. Like, I know I can do that. But it's been a while since I've spun thicker. And I'd also like to try to do a traditional 3-ply. Now, if you've been with my channel long enough, or you were with me on my previous channel, you will know that I love a good 3-ply, but I do prefer to do the chain ply. That is my preference. So I don't know what these colours are. There could be a chain ply in the mix, depending on what the colours of these yarns are. Because the spoiler booklet does not show you the colours. That's the thing, it does not show you the colours. But I would like to move away from only doing a chain ply to get a 3-ply yarn. So my hope is to be able to split the yarn, split the fibre into 3 and then spin them all out and ply them up in quick succession. So when I put it like that, I think I'll be happy if I get like 5 days done. How they expect people to spin up 50 grams of fibre every day and lead up to Christmas is a bit baffling to me. But maybe people are more motivated than me. Also, some people have way more time than me. I work slightly longer days than some people, so that kind of takes away some of my time. But yes, that are, oh God. that is my Tour de Fleece 2026 plans. Let's see if I can get this open from this angle. Again, here's a look at the container. So if I get that top row done, I will be extremely happy with myself. I'm very proud. But it needs to get spun and plied. That's the thing. I'm not having all my bobbins just full of singles. They need to be spun and plied, and then maybe soaked, thwacked and dried. Certainly not balled up or anything like that. They'll stay in a skein form. But that is the hopes. I love that I was just like, I've just slowly decreased during this video, which really is not a long video. So I've gone from half to a third to 5. So I'm going to do a 5th. Hey, it is what it is. If I get more done, amazing. But I need to remember, I've just had 2 hand surgeries and I have not tried to spin since the surgeries. And I go back to work this week and I type for like a living. That's my job. I am on a computer, like I was going to say 24/7, but that is so not true. I am literally typing from 9 until 6 with a 1 hour lunch break. So call it 9 till 5. So I could be in a little bit of pain this week. And Tour de Fleece starts on Saturday. So let's give me some grace. I went in with good intentions and then I've ended up with very, very realistic expectations. So, yay me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will join me on my Tour de Fleece journey this year. Even if you are not a spinner, we can enjoy opening these packets together and seeing what the colours of the fibre are. We'll also go through the spoiler booklet as to what the content is each day. And I think it's going to be really interesting because some of these could be like really, really woolly wools. And it's not that I don't work with them, I just haven't purchased those types of like fibres in a while. And some of them could be completely natural colours, others could be dyed, others could be blends. It's going to be really interesting, I think. Anyway, as a spinner, I think this is going to be really interesting. And I'm also just really glad I'm finally getting to this. I mean, we're heading into July. I should have been able to work on this in December, but again, I had a double thumb injury and spinning was just not an option. So better late than never. And then hopefully even once Tour de Fleece is finished for this year, I will continue to work through this box and get everything spun up. And then I don't know, maybe down the line, let's give myself another project, maybe I could turn all of those fibres into the yarns into a blanket. I think that would be lovely because it would be putting them all in the one project. So yeah, there's a wee something to think about. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you will continue along in this Tour de Fleece journey with me. Until the next video, stay safe. Happy crafting. Bye everyone.